What's up, everyone? So I got a reaction for you today. It's a little bit different, not a music video like I've done in the past, but I have touched on stuff like this where it comes to family. I just want to jump into it, but subscriptions to the channel are free. Please, love to hear your thoughts, and let's get into it.
All the stuff I do for you as a mother. Literally, I take care of you, I feed you, I cook, I do all that stuff. And all I did, I asked you for your birthday money so that I can pay the light bill. You don't want to give me the birthday money. So I am taking the PS5 back so I can get the money so the bill can be paid.
Well, how you gonna ask for my birthday money that I got on my birthday to pay the light bill? And why you trying to take my PS5 away?
Well, you can't play the PS5 anyway if there ain't gonna be no damn lights in our house.
You shouldn't have been going out so much. You would have had the money. What happened to the income taxes?
China, first of all, I'm an adult. Stay out my business. When I come to you as a mother and I'm telling you there's an issue where I need help, you help.
Going out so much. I'm tired of you going out. You need to spend time with us, and you need to spend money on your bills.
Leilani, I'm not even talking to you. So you stay in a child's place.
Now you said stay in a child's place, but you asking my brother to pay your bills. And just like Lay said, you need to start spending money on us and stop going spending money on yourself and your little boyfriend.
Boy.
So guys, this is a hard one. That's tough when you're talking about struggling and needing help, but is it ever right to take your children's money? Now, this woman does not look destitute at all. Let's take a look at, you can see her nails. Her nails are clearly well manicured and not just beyond the point of saying, well, she's taking, she's got a professional job or something. This is beyond, that's like a luxury at that point. And I doubt that she's doing them herself. She looks well dressed. The interior of that car that you can just take a look at clearly indicates that they're not driving around in something with cloth seats that are torn or anything else like that. So this woman is clearly taking care of herself, possibly taking care of all the bills by herself. I don't know the circumstance with the father, things like that, but I don't know if it's necessarily necessary to be going after the children, especially in such an aggressive fashion. I don't think that arguing with them to prove your point is the right place to go. This is one of those things where, yes, parents have struggled. I've struggled as a parent, all of those things. But if you ever got to that point, which I hope you never do, then you sit down with them and you explain. But you're not confiscating things or punishing them for what these children are pointing out as well. Her going out. So clearly she's not disciplined in a lot of areas where staying home and not spending money, especially if you don't have your savings built up. This isn't about just like the car got a bill and I have to pay it off and so it set me back. You should have money set aside for those things already. So paycheck to paycheck, I understand this is not a judgment on who she is or what she's doing. Well, I guess maybe it kind of is, but at the same time, we have to be prepared to not pilfer off of our children. So let's keep this going.
All the stuff I do for you as a mother. Literally, I take care of you, I feed you, I cook, I do all that stuff.
Those, by the way, are not for children to have to pay back. You don't get to hand them a bill like you were at a diner for 18 years and say, now you have to pay me back for all of those things. These are the responsibilities of parenting. And for some people, unfortunately, they look at like a burden or a debt to be repaid. And that's not why we bring children in the world, or at least it shouldn't be. It's a very selfish attitude.
And all I did, I asked you for your birthday money so that I can pay the light bill. You don't want to give me the birthday money. So I am taking the PS5 back so I can get the money so the bill can be paid.
So she speaks to having asked the child first and he said no. I don't think that the child fully understands the gravity of it and he should not have to. It's something that you would teach children as you go or as they grow. But it shouldn't be he has to learn under such duress. That's a lesson for this lady to learn under duress, whether she needs to take a loan out from a friend, family member, somebody, or maybe the lesson is if the children have to go without lights for a week until the bill gets paid, then they go without until the bill gets paid. It's unfortunate, and again, I don't think that this is something that you come this aggressively at children about.
Well, how you gonna ask for my birthday money that I got on my birthday to pay the light
And that question alone says this child does not understand the gravity of the situation, and her being emotional rather than logical is not helping the circumstance at all.
And why you trying to take my PS5 away?
Well, you can't play the PS5 anyway if there ain't gonna be no damn lights in our house.
The lights aren't going to be out forever. And again, what you're going to do to this child will be forever by removing something like that clearly he holds dear. And I don't know if she bought it or if this gift came from somebody else, which would be even harder to have to understand if you're a child. So I'm not on board with how she's handling this, especially that you chose to video and argue with your children.
You shouldn't have been going out so much. You would have had the money.
And here's where children are very perceptive. They're not fools. They see what's going on, especially if they're being left with a babysitter.
What happened to the income tax?
China, first of all, I'm an adult. Stay out my business. When I come to you as a mother and I'm telling you there's an issue where I need help, you help.
Going out so much. I'm tired of you going out. You need to spend time with us, and you need to spend money on your bills.
The convenience to try to put children in their place by saying, I'm an adult. But you brought children into an adult situation, and the fact that they're handling this seemingly in a more mature manner, or at least through a more effective means of communication by asking questions rather than just yelling about it. And again, the reason why she bothered to put this on social media is crazy to me. And by the way, I blurred out their faces. She put their faces on social media, but I believe that you protect children. And in this case, sometimes you have to protect children from their very parents, whether they're putting their identity out there or whether in private they are taking from them things that these children have earned. I'm sure the gift was given because he'd been a good student or a good child, obedient, things like that. And this is going to take back a lot of his growth and development, and it may affect how he moves with his mother moving forward.
Leilani, I'm not even talking to you. So you stay in a child's place.
Mom, you said stay in a child's place, but you asking my brother to pay your bills. And just like Lay said, you need to start spending money on us and stop going spending money on yourself and your little boyfriend.
Boy, y'all jumping over y'all in.
Let me just start off. If you pushed back by thinking that I was calling her emotional and thinking she was logical in any sort of way, what were the last words she just said? Boy, I'm fitting to whip y'all. So now that her argument wasn't going to work, violence would ensue. Or at least the threat of violence. These are not logical thoughts. These are not logical ways to get around this. And I don't know if she exhausted every avenue to get the money to pay the bill. I don't know how much the bill is. I don't know if she's behind a month before that on the bill. I don't know these things. So I can't stand here and act like I know it all about this circumstance. What I do know as a parent, as somebody who's been in a situation where money has gotten low and things like that, never have I gotten to the point where taking money from my children an option. And if she was the one who bought the gift for them, hey, that's fantastic. But then your money long term should show you that maybe this isn't something that I can afford. Maybe I have to get him something different, or I can piece by piece it and get something, at a later date for this. It doesn't always have to be that birthdays have these grandiose gifts, holidays, things like that. We don't have to go all out with these things. The best lesson that you can teach your children is that your wealth and true wealth in life comes from the interactions with people, not just the superficial gifts that we're giving. Again, for her to argue back and forth. Now, I'm arguing with you like you are an adult, like you are the man of the house by when I say I need help, you help. But then at the other junction, it is stay out my business, I'm an adult. You've brought children into an adult situation, therefore they have the right to almost engage with you like adults. They weren't being disrespectful. They were asking questions. And again, they exposed her on at least two fronts. Income tax. So clearly that's something that these children have grown up knowing, that when income tax comes, we're going to be doing okay for a little while. Then they said, you're going out and you're spending too much. That shows a lack of savings. And you're spending money on your boyfriend. They did not say our father. They said a boyfriend. So this money that these children should really be owed, and it's kind of their birthright, what we earn we pass on. She's now taking resources and giving them to somebody else. I don't know what the spending amount is, but any amount is too much when you are now having to take from your children and turn around and say, this is how I'm going to pay the bills. If anything, and I'm not saying that he has to, where's the boyfriend when it comes to this? Why would he not want to be contributing, maybe not every month, but hey, you're in trouble. That's how you help people, and you can grow together. But if he's not willing to help out, maybe she's not picking well. I don't know. I don't really want to go down too much of that rabbit hole, but I don't agree with this. What are your thoughts? What's your ace up the sleeve? Advice, comment, experience, and look, I've been on that cutting edge where money got really low. You change the way you shop for food. You have to pre-plan way far out for that birthday gift and save a little if you get to that. Or you have talks with them so they understand that life is not always easy and we're not always going to be able to get or give the things that we want to. It's very important that children understand that at an early age, rather than I'm going to punish you because I didn't prepare right. That's not fair to children. It's not fair to anybody when it comes down to it. I'd like to know what you guys think. I can remember as a child, we didn't have a lot. There were people who had even less than us. There were people who had more than us, but we just didn't have a lot. And for what we did to survive, my parents did the best that they could as far as that goes. And I do say parents because I had my mother and father in the home. When you have two parents in the home, a lot of times this is where the larger lesson is. Make sure that the person that you lay with and reproduce with, somebody that you could see yourself with for the long term. A lot of times we get fixated on the short term. I don't know this circumstance, so I'm not pointing this directly at this particular person. I'm just saying in a grand fashion. Longevity together helps you overcome things like this, and you may still have those times where bills get tight and everybody has to pull together, but then you have a support system as well, and you can bounce that off of two adults rather than, in this case, a woman going after her children, their possessions, to pay for her mistakes. And I will say mistakes because if you are not planning properly, then you have failed in some way. And I always do say fail first attempt in learning. So hopefully she learns from this and these children learn from this as well. Not to hide their stuff or anything, but just to understand that there might be times that as they get older, chipping in would help their mother, take some of the stress off. But I don't think that this is the right way for her as a mother, or just in a parental sense, the way to do that. And I dare say, if the fathers are around and she's struggling this hard, then perhaps it's time for her, like many other people, to allow their children to go with their fathers. Again, let me know what you think. Ace up the sleeve. What are your thoughts? I don't know. What are your thoughts? But subscriptions to the channel are free, and I hope this finds everybody in your place. Pursuit or beginnings of total health, mind, body, and soul. Peace, love, unity, solidarity, and as always, subscriptions of videos. So stick around.